Dana was weighing in on Brian Ortega versus Volkanovski, and Dana said, I thought the corner should have stopped the fight after the 4th round. That 5th round never should have happened, and this is Dana still talking, but then Ortega went out and won the 5th round. So what are we talking about here? Right? I mean, there's some bad decisions that can get you a good outcome. There's some good decisions that can get you a bad outcome, right? It's not wonderful to go out and gamble, but that doesn't mean you're not going to win and have a good outcome. Do you see what I'm saying here? So I don't know that we should explain and justify Ortega being sent out for the 5th round just because he won the 5th round. I have always maintained, as soon as your athlete can no longer win, you got to get him out of there. You are stuck with, how do you know? How do you know? You ask him, you talk to him, he says he wants to go on. You've been in the trenches with him, even in the practice room. You've got to defer to his judgment, at least somewhat. There still has to be an adult in the room that needs to step in. And I will tell you, I don't know if I had the same opinion in that. I don't know that I believed they were going to, this being the corner, was going to stop the fight prior to the 5th round. Let me reword this. I don't know that I thought they should have stopped it prior to the 5th round. I did believe they were going to stop it. When Ortega came to that stool and the way he sat down and the exhaustion that he was having, in conjunction with how the fight was already scored. At this point, going to the 5th round, guys, don't forget, Volkanovski no longer has to beat Ortega. He just has to beat the clock. That's a very good position for Alex. That's very bad for Ortega. Alex does not need to hit you. He does not even need to engage with you. He doesn't need to do a damn thing. He just needs to run out the clock. So you are left with, why send my guy out there unless I think he's got that Hail Mary pass in him? So now that we've seen that, and see, this was important for Ortega. It really was. Ortega won in this fight. Ortega, when he was fighting, because don't forget, Ortega's competing against his own last world title fight performance, which was against Max Holloway, where Brian Ortega got so fatigued he could not continue. So making it into the 5-round club, this was a massive win. That will change him. That will give him a confidence, right? I mean, it's 4-minute mile all over again. As soon as somebody does it, boom, everybody can do it. But it's one of those things where Ortega forms, can I go 25 minutes? I did it. Not only did I do it, I did it in the hardest 25 minutes you could imagine against the world's best conditioned athlete, quite possibly. So a real win by Ortega. I'm happy that decision was made. I'm happy that he got to continue. And I'm also happy that he did get the confidence of going out and winning that round. It's one thing to finish a fight. It is a whole nother to finish it like a champion. Whether you got to become the champion or not, Ortega went out like a champion. It's going to be a positive. I don't know where Ortega returns. Meaning on the card, right? If he doesn't return to a main event, then whatever he's going to be asked to do next will be easier than what he just did. That's a confidence builder. That's so helpful for an athlete, but it's rare to have. Hindsight's always 20/20. I don't know that I thought they should stop it. I thought they were going to stop it. And Ortega needs to leave there, if you have any ability, with a positive. And he got one. And he's in the 5-round club. And this title performance was better than the last title performance. And ultimately, Ortega is competing with himself. Final thought. Final thought on this fight, and we can move on. I'd like to see Brian Ortega get a level of rest. I think it's been very clear how hard he's been training because he brought some skills that we've never seen before, and that even backs up to the Korean Zombie fight. He brought some skills that were different. It used to be a left and a right hand. Ortega's in your face. He's a tough guy. And by the way, he'll catch a guillotine as you're coming in. Now there's 20, 25, 30 weapons that opponents are going to have to prepare for. That's how dynamic and versatile the new Brian Ortega is. He's getting better. That doesn't always happen in the cage. That happens in the practice room. Let's get a break. Let's get back to practice.